Yes, welcome to this video. In the next few minutes, I will try to explain you how you can build your first quiz in Blueberry. We are currently at the quiz funnels. I already created one quiz, but if you want to create a new quiz, you can just add quiz funnel in here. But we will start in the existing one. This is the quiz that I already built with a couple of questions in it. This is the end result of the quiz. So it starts with a Blueberry keyboard quiz with an explanation text on it. This page is optional. You can start it in here. The first question is about the primary use case for the keyboard. The second question is a drop down about the budget range. The third question is specific important features. And the fourth question in this case is if this specific website visitor wants to receive the results per email to build your lead list. It's not necessary, you can just skip it. So this is what I will explain. On the left hand side, we always start with the start page. It's optional. If you don't want the start page, you want to skip it, you want to start directly at the first question, you can just select the toggle in here and this page will automatically be skipped. If you want to keep it, you can toggle it back on. And for now, we have the preview based on a mobile. You can decide on the layout for this page on the right hand side. So if you want a picture full screen on the top or just with a border around it. If you have specific background images, that's possible as well. I wouldn't suggest it for this image. Or you want to have the picture below the title. It can all be determined in here. The same goes for the desktop. If you have the desktop view, if you want to have the picture on the left hand side, right hand side, or just with a cover image on the background. Let's keep it in this way. For the questions are listed on the left hand side. If you want to create a new question, you can just select the plus in here. You can decide on the question type. So for example, where are you going to use the keyboard? Use case, location, and the internal name is just for the navigation on the left hand side, but it is also used if you want your quiz data to be sent to analytics or the other third-party applications. The internal name will always be synced to those applications. So to recognize what data it's coming from, you can use the internal name. So now we have it in here. I don't want it to have it as a last question, but I want to have it as a second question. If you want to change the title, you can just change it in here. You can add a description if you want, but I will just switch the description off for this one. And we can just add the answers in the template itself. So I'm going to use the keyboard for travel or on the go. Could be one, or for use at home could be the second one. In this case, we have the question type selected on text only. If you want to add a picture to the answers, you can select a picture in here. If you want to add a picture to the title, it's also possible. You can just show image in here and you can select if you want to have the image on top or below the question. But for now, we will add the pictures to the answers. And so this one is for on the go. It's not the best picture quality I see, but you can just, of course, change it yourself. And for use at home, we could use another picture like this. So we always would suggest if the picture immediately displays the answer already, just add a picture. If the answer needs a bit more explanation, you can also use the text, but don't do all three of them. So or go just with the title and the image, or go with the title and explanation. Otherwise, there's too much info to process on one. So next to the picture and text only, you could also have numeric inputs, or you want to have for this one, you want to receive your results on your email. We have like email input question. You can make it required or not required. And in this case, if it is not required, you can just select the button, the call to action, and you can also change the name of this button. So for this case, as it is the last question, we could say go to the results. So that's how you create a different type of questions. And what is more important, you can select the color of the answer boxes. You can change it in here. If you want to change the whole design of the template, you can change it in here. So we already have another template or theme that we have created in here. If you want to create a new theme, you can also create a new theme in there. If you want to edit the theme, you can select in here and you can add your own fonts to it, custom fonts. You can add your logos, so the logos will be displayed on top of the quiz So for example, in here, the blueberry logo, as we have it in there. And you can select the background color, so that's the colors of the background of the whole template basically. And you can select the button colors as well. For the sizes, you can decide it on your own as well. What should be the size of the call to action in this case, or what should be the size of the fonts of the titles. So we have a pretty large one for this one, or you can make it a bit smaller. So that's basically the explanation on how you can create your quiz questions. So once again, to summarize, quiz questions can be added on the left-hand side if you want to have a start page to your quiz, and that's recommended when you have a quiz on a landing page from specific ads, social ads, or Google ads, and you land on a page with a quiz on it. It's helpful if you add a bit of explanation to it. If you would start a quiz directly from a category page or just your homepage, for example, start product quiz, it's not mandatory to add a start page. You can also just skip the start page and start directly at the first question. So then you can just toggle it off. What else is important is that we have a pre-result page. So before you go to the result section, you can add just to give the website visitor the feeling that there's actually something going on in the background to pick the best results for them. You can add a text. We are searching for your perfect match. And you could add a picture in here as well. It's not necessary. And you can also change the background color in here. That's not the most beautiful one, so let's keep it white. And in this case, you can change the result page. So if the result would be displayed, but that's in the next block. In the next block, we're gonna explain how you can relate your answers to specific products. So how we can make sure that based on the answers that are provided, that the best results are picked for the website visitors. That's in the next section. And in that next section, we will explain more about the result page as well. But for now, you can just add these are the best matches and the results have been selected based on the provided answers, for example. But more on this result section and how you can match the result, that's all in the next section. So to summarize, questions on the left-hand side, theme settings can be added in here. And just for regular question settings, it can be done on the right-hand side in here. So thanks and good luck.